Flower Fairies of the Garden by Cecily Mary Barker. Where? Where are the fairies? Where can we find them? We've seen the fairy rings they leave behind them. When they have danced all night, where do they go? Lark in the sky above, say, do you know? Is it a secret no one is telling? Why, in your garden surely they're dwelling. No need for journeying, seeking afar. Where there are flowers, there fairies are. The Song of the Scilla Fairy. Scilla, Scilla, tell me true, why are you so very blue? Oh, I really cannot say why I'm made this lovely way. I might know if I were wise, yet I've heard of seas and skies where the blue is deeper far than our skies of springtime are. Perhaps I'm here to let you see what that summer blue will be. When you see it, think of me. Look, he's wearing a little blue outfit and surrounded by blue flowers, just like him. The Song of the Polyanthus and Grape Hyacinth Fairies. How do you do, Grape Hyacinth? How do you do? Pleased to see you, Polyanthus, pleased to see you. With your stalk so straight and your colors so gay. Thank you, neighbor, I've heard good news today. What is the news, Polyanthus? What have you heard? News of the joy of spring and the song of a bird. Yes, Polyanthus, yes, I heard it too. That's why I'm here with my bells and spires of blue. Grape Hyacinth and Polyanthus. The Song of the Periwinkle Fairy. In shady, shrubby places, right early in the year, I lift my flowers' faces. Oh, come and find them here. My stems are thin and straying, with leaves of glossy sheen, the bare brown earth arraying, for they are evergreen. No great renown have I, yet who does not love periwinkles blue? Some periwinkles are more purple than these, and every now and then you may find white ones too. Oh, but these ones are very blue, and there's some violet ones right there. The Song of the Narcissus Fairy. Brown bulbs were buried deep. Now from the kind old earth, out of the winter's sleep, comes a new birth. Flowers on stems that sway, flowers of snowy white, flowers as sweet as day after the night. So does Narcissus bring tidings most glad and plain? Winter's gone, here is spring. Easter again. The Song of the Forget-Me-Not Fairy. Where do fairy babies lie till they're old enough to fly? Here's a likely place, I think, mid these flowers, blue and pink. Let us peep now gently why, fairy baby, here you lie. Kicking there with no one by, baby dear, how good you lie. All alone, but oh, you're not, you could never be forgot. Oh, how glad I am I've found you, with forget-me-nots around you. Blue the color of the sky, fairy baby, hush baby, hush it be. The Song of the Tulip Fairy. Our stalks are very straight and tall, our colors clear and bright, too many hued to name them all, red, yellow, pink, or white. Look, there's red, yellow, there's some pink. Oh, and there aren't any white flowers in here, but her wings are kind of white. And some are splashed, and some may be as dark as any plum. From tulip fields across the sea, to England did we come. We were a peaceful country's pride, and Holland is its name. Now in your gardens we abide, and aren't you glad we came? But long, long ago, tulips were brought from Persian gardens before there were any in Holland. Ooh, that's interesting. The Song of the Cornflower Fairy. Mid scarlet of poppies and gold of the corn, and wide-spreading fields were the cornflowers born. But now I look round me, and what do I see? That lilies and roses are neighbors to me. There's a beautiful lawn, there are borders and beds, where all kinds of flowers raise delicate heads. For this is a garden, and here, a boy blue, I live and am merry the whole summer through. My blue is the blue that I always have worn, and still I remember the poppies and corn. The Song of the Pink Fairies. Early in the morning, when children are still sleeping, or late, late at night time beneath the summer moon, what are they doing, the busy fairy people? Could you creep to spy them in silent magic shoon? You might learn a secret among the garden borders, something never guessed at that no one knows or thinks. Snip, 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 go busy fairy scissors, pinking out the edges of the petals of the pinks. Pink pinks, white pinks, double pinks, and single. Look at them and see if it's not the truth I tell. Why call them pinks if they weren't pinked out by someone? And what but fairy scissors could pink them out so well? It's got pink and white. The Song of the Geranium Fairy. Red, red, vermilion red, with buds and blooms and a glorious head. There isn't a flower the wide world through that glows with a brighter scarlet hue. Her name, Geranium, everyone knows. She's just as happy wherever she goes. In an earthen pot or a garden bed, red, red, vermilion red. The Song of the Canterbury Bell Fairy. Bells that ring from ancient towers, Canterbury bells, give their name to summer flowers, Canterbury bells. Do the flower fairies, playing, know what those great bells are saying? Fairy in your purple hat, little fairy, tell us that. Not I know of bells and towers, Canterbury bells. Mine are pink or purple flowers, Canterbury bells. When I set them all a-swaying, something, too, my bells are saying. Can't you hear them, ding-dong-ding, calling fairy folk to sing? The Song of the Shirley Poppy Fairy. We were all of us scarlet and counted as weeds when we grew in the fields with the corn. Now fall from your pepper pots, wee little seeds, and lovelier things shall be born. You shall sleep in the soil and awaken next year. Your buds shall burst open, behold. Soft-tinted and silken shall petals appear, and then into poppies unfold. Like daintiest ladies who dance and are gay, all frilly and pretty to see. So I shake out the ripe little seeds and I say, go sweet, go sleep, and awaken like me. A clergyman who was also a clever gardener made these many-colored poppies out of the wild ones and named them after the village where he was the vicar. That's interesting. I like the little flower facts. The Song of the Candy Tuft Fairy. Why am I Candy Tuft? That I don't know. Maybe the fairies first called me so. Maybe the children, just for a joke. I'm in the garden of most little folk. Look at my clusters, see how they grow. Some pink or purple, some white as snow. Petals uneven, big ones and small. Not very tufty, no candy at all. The Song of the Phlox Fairy. August in the garden. Now the cheerful phlox makes one think of country girls fresh in summer frocks. There you see magenta, here is lovely white, mauve and pink and cherry red, such a pleasant sight. Smiling little fairy, climbing up the stem, tell us which is prettiest. She says, all of them. The Song of the Snapdragon Fairy. Into the dragon's mouth he goes, never afraid is he. There's honey within for him, he knows, clever old bumblebee. The mouth snaps tight, he has lost his sight. How will he ever get out? He's doing it backward, nimbly too, though he is somewhat stout. Off to another mouth he goes, never a rest has he. He must fill his honey bag full, he knows, busy old bumblebee. And Snapdragon's name is only a game. It isn't as fierce as it sounds. The Snapdragon elf is pleased as punch when Bumble comes on his rounds. Look, there's a little bumblebee. The Song of the Lavender Fairy. Lavender's blue, diddle, diddle, so goes the song. All round her bush, diddle, diddle, butterflies throng. They love her well, diddle, diddle, so do the bees. While she herself, diddle, diddle, sways in the breeze. Lavender's blue, diddle, diddle, lavender's green. She'll scent the clothes, diddle, diddle, put away clean. Clean from the wash, diddle, diddle, hanky and sheet. Lavender spikes, diddle diddle, make them all sweet. The word blue was often used in old days where we now say purple or mauve. I wondered about that.
No way. Sorry.
Don't comment on my videos. The Song of the Galera Fairy, or the Galera Fairy. There once was a child in a garden who loved all my colors of flame, the crimson and scarlet and yellow. But what was my name? For Gaillardia's hard to remember. She looks at my yellow and red, and thought of the gold and the glory when the sun goes to bed. And she troubled no more to remember, but she gave me a splendid new name. She spoke of my flowers as sunsets. Then you do the same. The Song of the Sweet Pea Fairies. Here sweet peas are climbing. Here's the sweet pea rhyme. Here are little tendrils helping them to climb. Here are sweetest colors, fragrance very sweet. Here are silky pods of peas, not for us to eat. Here's a fairy sister, trying on with care, such a grand new bonnet for the baby there. Does it suit you, baby? Yes, I really think nothing's more becoming than this pretty pink. The Song of the Heliotrope Fairy. Heliotrope's my name, and why? People call me Cherry Pie. That I really do not know, but perhaps they call me so, 'cause I give them such a treat, just like something nice to eat. For my scent, oh come and smell it. How can words describe or tell it? And my buds and flowers, see, soft and rich and velvety, deepest purple first, that fades to the palest lilac shades. Well beloved, I know am I, Heliotrope or Cherry Pie. The Song of the Marigold Fairy. Great sun above me in the sky, so golden, glorious, and high. My petals, see, are golden too. They shine, but cannot shine like you. I scatter many seeds around, and where they fall upon the ground, more marigolds will spring, more flowers, to open wide in sunny hours. It is because I love you so, I turn to watch you as you go. Without your light, no joy could be. Look down, great sun, and shine on me. The end.